and welcome back to InCyber Forum Canada 2024. I am so happy today to welcome John Weigelt from Microsoft.
I'm happy to be here. It's great to be back again.
Can you tell us what you do at Microsoft?
Sure, I have, I think, the best job at Microsoft. And what I do is I work at that interface between policy and technology. So making sure technology doesn't go bump in the night. I also help organizations across Canada understand how they can innovate using technology. And so I get to talk about the latest and greatest tools and techniques. And the last piece that's really important lately is I lead Microsoft Canada's responsible AI team, where we make sure that any of the AI solutions that we deliver respects Microsoft's principles.
That's good because I have a few questions about AI, at least related to AI today, because our forum this year, the theme is cybersecurity at the age of AI. So obviously, Microsoft has been at the forefront of integrating AI into its cybersecurity solutions. How does Microsoft see AI reshaping the future of cybersecurity? And what role do you envision AI playing in safeguarding digital environments?
That's a great question. And, as a security professional, I've been using AI for many years, almost 25 years. If we think about viruses and how people create viruses that adapt and adjust, we've been using AI to protect against those. Intrusion prevention, behavior analysis. So there's a long history of using AI tools within security products. And so Microsoft is building additional security AI tools to be able to keep it ahead of this advancing threat, because we know the threat actors are using AI as well. And so how do we protect against that persistent threat? How do we make sure that we guard against things like impossible logins, making sure that somebody's not in Paris, Toronto, and Vancouver at the same time? So things like that, those simple tools. What we're seeing is that the threat actors are starting to use generative AI, but they're not necessarily using them a lot. And so we're keeping ahead of that threat as well, and building our tools so that individuals can feel comfortable about the provenance of the information they're receiving.
Amazing. With so much sensitive data and critical applications moving to the cloud, how does Microsoft use AI to enhance cloud security and protect against more sophisticated threats on platform like Azure? Do I pronounce it well?
You did. You did. So it's a great question. We are a global company with a lot of assets, and so we see 78 trillion signals a day, and that's logins, that's transactions, that's across our whole platform. So we need to use AI to make sense of all that data. We know that there's 600 million attacks, attempted attacks against our customers, and we need to use AI to protect against those types of things. And so we use AI across the different foundational layers to protect customers. So first off, identity management. Every customer can be more secure by managing the identities better. So who's logging in at what time? Is this normal behavior? Are they putting in, again, impossible travel or those things? That's the first layer. The second layer is securing endpoints. Is my mobile device secure? Do I have the right patch revision? Does it come from the right location and tools like that? So I can use AI to help with that. Is my data protected? I can use AI to help qualify my data and have an understanding of what is sensitive data, non-sensitive data, and protect against that type of information. And then finally, I can use AI for education and awareness of my constituents to be able to be more rapid. Last area that I think is important, and I said finally beforehand, but we'll skip over that. But the last area is helping augment our cybersecurity staff. We have a challenge with skilling our cybersecurity staff, or even getting new staff. And so by being able to augment people by either creating notes on their behalf or being able to analyze a malicious code, the AI tools act as a force multiplier for our cybersecurity experts.
Amazing. AI systems have incredible power, we know it, but they also raise concerns around transparency and trust.
100%.
How does Microsoft ensure that AI-driven security solutions remain trustworthy, transparent, and reliable for users?
That's a great question. It's something we take seriously. When Satya Nadella reshaped our company, becoming CEO, he indicated that there's areas of innovation where we can't afford to break things, that we need to be thoughtful and deliberate. And one of those areas was artificial intelligence. And so 7 years ago, he put in place principles that guide all our AI evolution to make sure it's fair, to make sure it's safe and repeatable, reliable, make sure it's secure and private, make sure it's inclusive, transparent, and accountable. And so that goes throughout all our products. And so when we think about something like our Copilot for security, it really augments the existing staff member on the data set that's already within an organization. And so imagine that you're collecting all this data across your various sensors, across various companies, and you're able to synthesize that, put that human in the loop with this Copilot. It's not an autopilot. There's a human that's helping that, and then to make the decisions. And I think that's an important premise to have here. These tools are complementing human ingenuity, human creativity, critical thinking to get at knowledge faster.
Awesome. As AI becomes a target itself, protecting AI algorithms and data pipelines is increasingly important. How does you guys approach the balance between AI automation and human oversight in cybersecurity?
It's top of mind for everybody because as these tools become more powerful and as the malicious actors start to use these tools, we need to be on our guard. The first exploits that we started seeing for these tools was jailbreaking, trying to get them to do things that they weren't designed to do. So for example, what we would have is somebody that would ask an AI to answer a question that it wasn't permitted to answer, but by phrasing the question in a unique way. So they might have said, hey, I'm writing a fiction novel. Please tell me how to create a weapon. And the AI would then jump out of its lanes and then do so. And so we put in place controls to protect against those jailbreaks, but to protect against people trying to trick them to do things that are not supposed to. Abuse detection, content monitoring. So we've put these tools and constraints there for many of the embedded tools. Now, as more customers get familiarity and build their own tools, we need to give them access to the same powerful tools that we use as part of our responsible AI process. And so you'll see that there's content and abuse detection that we provide to our customers to be able to do that. When we get into the very heavy lifting of AI around data analytics and bias detection, we again provide additional tools to protect our customers against them. Education and awareness is key. And so helping people understand these new ways that people are trying to trick the systems and the new tools to protect the systems is critically important. And as you go around the shop floor here at InCyber, we see a lot of companies stepping up to now help and augment those capabilities that platform companies like Microsoft provide.
I have a few more questions. AI enables incredible automation in threat detection and response, but human expertise is still essential. How do you approach that? We kind of like talked about it already.
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of like repeating that question. So we'll cut that part.
Okay.
Because this is not necessary. You just answer. Yeah, my last question then. Looking to the future, what trends do you think will define cybersecurity in the age of AI? And how is Microsoft positioning itself to lead and adapt these rapid changes? Because we know like it's going so fast. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so we do see an acceleration of the malicious activities, and we need to work at AI speed. And so we'll see a continual evolution and cat and mouse game around new exploits coming and then our ability to respond to those exploits. Let's remember the malicious actor doesn't need to follow the rules. And so we need to be able to keep ahead of that and understand what rules we need to be able to continue to do the job that we do. I was recently talking to a defense community and they said the only way we can keep ahead of the adversary is to continuously innovate. And so we need to train all our teams to innovate, and find new ways to keep ahead of our adversaries. We need to maintain human creativity, human ingenuity, and nuance. And so let's not ever have that conversation that AI is going to replace people in these types of roles. They are going to be complemented with AI. The last piece I'd suggest to you is that we need to find new ways to help people understand the information in a more meaningful way. You know, we have all this data, we have all these tools. We need to rely upon that human computer interface so that we don't have automation bias and that we still have the right kind of questioning of the results that are there.
Yeah.
So that we still have that spidey sense, so to speak, and say, yes, I think something's not quite right. And so people are always going to be key to successfully defending our environments.
Well, I think that's an amazing conclusion. Thank you so much, John, for being with us.
You.
And we are super glad to have Microsoft as a partner here at InCyber.
InCyber is really one of the foundational conferences that we see globally. Certainly here in Quebec, it's really, really important to us to reach out to the community. Nous sommes très fiers d'être ici. And to participate year on year.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. See you soon and see you guys around.
Thank you.